I'm going to put a question to both of you. I'll put it to you first, Damon. If Liverpool brought Anthony in and not a midfielder, would you be annoyed?
I'll be annoyed anyway because I do think we need a midfielder. Even though I do love Anthony, I just think the midfielder thing, we've been missing a midfielder for 2 years now. And it's constant excuses. I mean, this week we've seen Ox get injured again. And who could have seen that? You could have seen that with your eyes closed. So even Steve Wonder would have seen that come on. Saw that come in. So we need a midfielder. There's no point having eight midfielders like people are saying. We've got 8 midfielders. But they're not good. They're not good enough. Ox is injury prone. Keita's injury prone. Anderson's going down. Thiago's not the most reliable person in terms of injuries. And he's one of our best midfielders, and him and Fabinho. And then after that, it's the youngsters, and we can't put that sort of pressure on the youngsters. If we miss Thiago and Fabinho for longer than 4 or 5 games, we could be in trouble because we can't rely on those youngsters to step up like that and to really fight for the title and Champions League. It's not really fair on them. So yeah, I will be annoyed because we need a midfielder much more. But it'd be a little cushion blow, wouldn't it, to get Anthony?
Yeah, I agree with that. What about you, Jay?
The kid in me would say, yeah, I'll be happy because it's 2 high-profile signings. But if I'm using my brain, I'd say no. We do need a centre midfielder, and I'm not saying we need Barella or Bellingham. They are obviously your first choice. Someone who comes straight in the 11. And everyone keeps saying, like, oh, we wait for the perfect player. You can't tell me that someone like Tielemans or Ruben Neves or Ward-Prowse isn't an improvement on Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain. You can't tell me that. Like, I'm not asked what anyone says. 35 million for Tielemans, and you've got Keita in your side and Oxlade-Chamberlain. It makes no sense to me. It genuinely... He's been sat there waiting for a move for, 4 months? Arsenal and United are meant to be interested in him. If Liverpool even sniff near him, he'll run here in his bare feet. It's a fact, mate. He'd do anything to play for us compared to the teams he's linked with. So 35 mil for a player like him just isn't a risk. He's 24. He's a Belgian international. If in a year we go, do you know what? He's a stopgap, which I don't believe he would be. Then sell him. If you want to get the money back anyway. It's not as if he's a poor player. He's not. He's a very good player. So it sort of annoys me, this narrative of, oh, we should only wait for the one player. Why? If there's players who can improve your team and they're valuable and it makes sense, do it. And I think both Neves and Tielemans fall in that bracket. They both play for teams who play good football as well. Wolves play footy. Leicester play footy. It's not like you're signing someone from Burnley or something like that. You're signing players who can play at that level. They're both internationals as well for top teams, Portugal and Belgium. So I'd like us to move for one of them if we're not going to get one of the big signings we hear about. I don't understand why not.
See, why can't we get someone like Tielemans and then still get Bellingham next season? That's what
I'm saying. I don't understand that. I don't understand why it has to be a perfect signing when I don't care what anyone says. Them 2 players improve our midfield. They do.
Klopp wants stopgap signs, though. I think every player gets his go ahead. So would he want to sign, and who he may think, yeah, I'll sell him in a year.
But does he want Ox?
He's very loyal, isn't he? But it's like he's too loyal sometimes.
Yeah. The Ox thing gets me more than anything, just because of the way Klopp treated him last season. He didn't even hardly give him a chance. There were times where he wanted him in his squad, and he looked at the youngsters before he did Ox. I don't think he wants Ox. I think that's the board not wanting to sell Ox, knowing that they're not going to get the money that would get another midfield, if that makes sense. They don't want to put towards. I don't think they want to put any money towards. If we sell Ox for 10 million, they don't want to put 25 million towards to get Tielemans. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just
the thing is
proper deep pockets. It's just stupid. There's going to be teams out there that want Ox. People say, well, he's injury prone, who'd want him? Brighton bought Lallana. Lallana basically worked in the hospital at one point. So there's teams out there that will buy Ox. Don't ever be fooled by that.
Yeah. I mean,
the thing is with the... Go on, sorry, lad.
Ali's got my thinking. Harvey Elliott mainly played as a central midfielder for Liverpool in the first team, hasn't he? Like the start of last season when he was unbelievable. He's a centre mid. If you go and get Anthony now, so United and that don't get him, and he is going to be competition to Salah. That's right wing focused at least for the next 3 years because Salah's got a 3-year deal. Harvey Elliott then hones his talents in central midfield. I think if he's fit, he's arguably one of our best midfield options anyway. So then you've got that midfielder this season because you haven't got Elliott out all year. And then you can wait for Jude Bellingham. I don't know if that makes you change your mind a little bit, Jay.
It's not that, lads. I'm not saying about signing a stopgate. And when I'm saying you could sell Tielemans in a year, I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying if it wouldn't work out. My point of it is, he is a better option than Oxlade-Chamberlain and Keita, regardless of whether Elliott does that job. If you're talking about a squad, Tielemans is a better player than both of them. So you're still improving your team. He's not a stopgap because he's better than what you've got. A stopgap is bringing in Phillips for City. He's not bringing them nothing new. Well, he's taking Fernandinho's position, but Rodri's going to start there every single time.
With them getting rid of Bernardo, though, they're maybe going to a 4-2-3-1 and they'll play Rodri and Phillips in a double pivot. Because I
think it's mad they're selling him.
Yeah, I can't get my head around why they're selling Bernardo Silva.
It's not that, lad. It's his work rate as well. Do you know, like, as good as he is on the ball and all, like, his work rate's ridiculous. Have you seen his pressing stats?
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Oh, mate, it's one of the highest in, like, Europe. Like, his work rate and his ability together. I'd never sell him if I was City. I wouldn't be selling him. No chance.
80 mil.
I think that's a bargain. I honestly think that's a bargain for him. I hate him as a person. He's a rat. But he's a top player. He's a boss player. But that's what I mean, lad, when I'm saying stopgate. Can't even think of the word. Stopgap. It's not if it's improving what you've got. And him and Neves are better than Keita and better than Oxlade-Chamberlain. So I don't think they're stopgap signings. I think they improve your squad, which is the whole point in signing a player, is to improve your squad.